Hello everyone, my name's FlareBlitzed and welcome to Savior of the Abyss. This is a horror adventure game and it's a survival one in fact. It's just released on Steam as the time of this recording. It released yesterday and I didn't even know it was released because it was held up by reviews and stuff like that. So let's see, new game. So yeah, I'll be facing this way because you can't get this out of full screen. Oh hi. And this could be inspired by the likes. Oh, better save the controls. Where am I? Who is you? Your name must be Stella. It must be, and you also might be a test subject number. Let's see. Move is with the arrow keys. So menu is cancel, and Z or Y is to confirm or select. Okay, cool. Cool beans. Right, where am I? Where are we? I still feel that creepy gaze lingering. First things first, I should poke around my surroundings. Who the hell says poke around surroundings? Like, bleh. Oh gosh, this seems a bit squishy. It might be some 2-week-old rotten meat that was left in the fridge after the fridge suddenly collapsed in power. Right. Diary of previous inmate. Read the document. Finally, I found a way to escape this damn place. There's an elevator at the end of an area those blanks call hallway 4, and I can hear that I can take it upward. I'm not sure where it leads, but it'll be better than this blanking place. I shall start making tonight's escape plans immediately. L. It is an L. Is there a stamina bar? Is stamina going to be something? There is a sink. Absolutely there is a sink. I think the water is still coming out. You think so? Aha! Nice. Lovely. So these ominous looking crystals with the eyes on it are the save points. Unless of course that's a different thing altogether. Nope, that's not a different thing altogether. Those are exactly the same thing. So the ominous crystals are the things which we need to look out for in order to save our progression, stuff like that. Bed stuff. What's going on? Right, it's too dark to see anything. Ugh, what's that foul odor? It must be. Well, this certainly is horrific. I'm not gonna lie. An open vent. I wonder where it leads. Nowhere. That's outside. That is. Fire extinguisher, a pile of rubble is blocking the way. Good. Pile of rubble is blocking the way. So made with Unity, you say. Unless it has a option to be able to come out of full screen, I cannot make it go out of full screen. I'm not gonna go... Stop. You'll be a monster soon like them. Well, that is what you call up. I'm sorry, but this is a theme that I find in these kind of games. The lack of reaction of the character when it comes to a horrific event like that. Like, this girl just saw this man just got his entire being devoured by a metal grate. Would you like to take the blooded ID card? Absolutely. Got the blooded ID card. I don't know if this game has multiple endings. I imagine it would. Like, survival horror games usually have more than one ending. Caution for prison C1 inmates. Read document. Inmates of prison C1 are blind, but very sensitive to sound. Aha! It's kind of like zombies in a way. You know, they're not very good at seeing, but they're very good at hearing. Whenever the inmate of prison A2 makes a bell sound, it shows strong aggression, so be careful. Right. Don't make a sound. The ID card is dirty and cannot be recognized. I see we need to wash the... Rubbles! Nowhere past that point, so we need to do something else while we're here. I imagine you're going to wake up at some point. Yeah, you. I can see you. You might act dead right now, but I'm certain you're just gonna wake up. Yeah. Yeah, we'll override it. We'll override it. There's mixed reviews of this game as well. Like, some pointers leading to bugs within the game that need to be ironed out. I think there's been one patch that's been released already, and that's mainly due to like Japanese and Chinese translations steeping into each other. Right. That is a gigantic mouth. Yeah. What else did you expect? Alright, this is not RPG Maker Horror, this is RPG Horror. But you could also say it's been inspired by these sort of games. Yes, we'll wash the guard's ID card. Why not? Actually, we'll save after that. You may never know what would happen. I keep thinking that... Oh, hello. Let's see. Ah, we keep the documents, or we keep a record of the documents. Let's see. Okay, that's quite neat. I love that it shows controls when you're going throughout the game. That's really neat. Because in some games you have to fathom out what the controls are because the developers didn't put the controls in. And I'm not going to go in there. We have to go in here. The door opened. Yeah, that's a bit of a doozy. What on earth do we do from there? I have to move this vent. Okay. At some point... like, honestly, I didn't know what to do there. You opened that room up, and no matter what you did, that zombie would always kill you. Unknown Researcher's Diary. Even if you just open the door and stand there, the zombie will just still go after you. Read the document. It's been quite a while since we started the research. I thought there was no such thing as compassionate for the sacrifice, but recently I've been overwhelmed by strange feelings. It's a sort of unexplainable sense of kinship each time I see a sacrifice. And I feel a bizarre sense of immorality when presenting sacrifice to the barrier or experimenting on the sacrifices. Perhaps I'm just weary of working. Perhaps you've just gone numb to the horrors around you. There's a hammer! Maybe it'll come in handy later. Stretching to reach it. I can't quite reach it. Goodness sakes. Just wait here for a few years so that you can grow a little bit. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that you're too short to grab it. Records of Lacrimosa. Read the document. We borrowed the strength of God to purge the tyrant. Yes! But it wasn't the end. Sheesh. In order to maintain the barrier to hide us from the tyrant, they had to sacrifice their descendants. How long could it hold out? Even worse, we didn't have any choice but to do the divine beings that helped us had asked. Okay. It was the main text is missing. Gorgeous! Don't you just love it when text is missing? That's my favourite. That's my favourite pastime. Looking up old documents that has been missing. Hiding story. Aha. It's kind of like Wolf RPG Editor in a way, where it's like so many micro tiles you have to fathom out and be careful of. I'm talking about you, Purgatory 2 Demonic Mode. Yes. I'm talking about you and your craziness. Would you like to take the hammer? Absolutely. And got the hammer. Thank you. Can we equip the hammer? Here's a hammer. Could I break something? Maybe it would be useful on that zombie in that cell block, sorry. The room we try to go in but cannot because that zombie keeps killing us. This is a really nice game so far. Gospel of Aaron 2:1, read the document. Oh my god, why is it hazy? And the Lord was driven from the earth by treacherous men. And we, brethren, are driven out and oppressed by these false rules. We shall greet and inherit the blood of the Lord with abundant diligence. And it goes on like that. I thought the room was caving in there, but it was just me. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on with our day. Actually, we'll save first. We'll save our progression first. That is utmost important, to save your progression first. Never ever not save your progression. That's what I'm trying to say. I think we could possibly use a hammer on you. I guess we can't use a hammer on it. What can we use the hammer on? Not the zombie, but we have to use it on something else. Oh, we haven't even looked in this room yet. I didn't even know that this room existed. Hey kid, are you okay? No, the kid is dead. Yeah. There's a sleigh bell collapsed tight. Ah, take the bell. Thank you. You took the bell. Lord, please save this poor girl's soul. Well, at least you have some. Actually, you did show a sense of being scared when that prison guard got devoured. So we need to use the bell somewhere. So I tried to go into that zombie scenario with no kind of ways to distract or ward off the zombie itself. So that's a thing. That's a wonderful thing. But what do we do with... How do we apply said bell? That's what I'm trying to think. Because we can't do it in the room. We have to do it out of the room somehow. Okay, I threw a bell. The capitalization's the wrong way around. And, okay, so you got squashed by the rock. Sorry, your bell must have been precious, but... I think there are other things to attend to, like, for example, what do we do? Oh, there's a crack in the wall. Would you like to use a hammer? Yes, please. And... Oh, that's a possessed something. I thought that man was kicking it, but no. That is what you call a very, very sore sight. Let's move on. Let's move on with our day and not be crushed by said boulder in other timelines. Oh, that's a questionable drawing. It's not just smeared on with Excuse me? I love the kind of horrors that they put in the games. Let's not go up then. But there's something was coming from the bottom of the hallway, though. Not gonna lie, there's something coming from the bottom of the hallway. No. Like, there's something coming down from here, so... Exactly. It's a boulder. So we need to move out of the way of said boulder. There we go. Just a random... Look, Spirit, could you just tell those boulders to not constantly respawn and kill me? Thank you very much. I'd thoroughly appreciate it. What are you laughing at? There's nothing to laugh at. Hello? Stop. Oh. Perhaps being led there was not the greatest idea, but I just wanted to see what was going on. Flare gets all death compilation coming up, folks. By the end of this game, I'll have a death compilation. All these goddamn rocks. Alright. Let's not go... Oh, we get automatically lured there. I thought I controlled said character. Although it was weird the way the character moved. Not gonna lie. Isolation Ward is a nice place to save, considering all things. Lovely. Okay, Mutant Experiment Notes B24. We'll read these documents. You see, there's a really, like, darkness coming out from the bottom of the screen. Like, hairs are coming in from the bottom. Test subject DH235 has been medicated, and just after a year of tormented agony begun to transform. The mutant has taken the form of a spotted tentacle with a black claw at the end. As soon as we approach to inspect, it shows high aggression and has already attacked two of the research staff. With this mutant... So, while this mutant doesn't react to a compound, it's still sensitive like human flesh. After showing aggression a third time, it seems to have calmed down for 3 hours. We marked and X where the mutant is able to attack, and after stabilizing it by tossing it some bait, continued experimentation. Dr. J. Who is this J? Look, mouse, would you stop appearing in the middle of the screen? Like every... We need to do something about that first. We can't just grab said item, we have to somehow get it rather than being impaled. Oh, there's that X. We have to deal with the X. We have to bait it somehow. That's what it is. We need to bait it. We need to bait said monster with something. Well, hi. Okay. Madman's arm. We'll take the arm. And we'll have to throw it here, I imagine. We'll have to put down the madman's arm. Yes, please. There we go. Take the blooded memo. Thank you. We'll save that. Surprisingly, I got that through all that rather quickly. I don't want to go into this place. Okay, I won't let you go in the place, and if you don't want to do it, maybe I already saved already. You may never know. Item, blooded memo. So we've got a chair, a diary or notebook, a table, and a sofa with an F by it. F grade material. Oh, this room. This must be it. I like clues. Sorry, I like clues which has clues on the clue in which it's related to. Like that zombie, for example, came from this room. There's an F on the floor. What else has an F? This memo has an F on it. So that means that this memo is tied to this room, which I like. I hate it when you have to go to the other side of the game because that's where the clues are relating towards. I like it. Let's see. Phone record voice. Listening to a voice message at 5:17, Beta Alpha. Beta is all gathered in front of the bulkhead. Alpha, no, you can't do this. Alpha, everyone must evacuate. Beta, Captain, what's going on? Alpha, Chief Guard, that crazy son of a blank locked the door. The gun doesn't help. I'm sorry, run. 5:20. What the heck is that? You hear an unidentified sound like a crying baby. Well, son, help me. Discontinued. Right. What's next? Message. This is a 2000-something at a study subject. Sender Delhi to bullet. Receiver blank. Hand over this time 4 people with few sacrificial agents. Seek people as a study subject. People who lack such agents will be replaced with such study subjects. These goddamn study subjects, for goodness sakes. Right. And then another time. The result of medical consultation. He says there is no particular health issue other than a lack of vitamin D. Sunlight! However, I suffer from chronic anxiety and heart palpitations. It feels nervous as if a predator is in front of me. Are revengeful spirits torturing me? I think I need to consult with a doctor. Right, another message afterwards. It must be another day. Something's wrong. The doctor prescribed medicine doesn't work at all. What is this meaning? Something's coming. I need to get out of here now. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. This is blaring up. There's a code. We need to fathom out the clues to that. Kind of reminds me of Misa in a way, you know, going between two bookshelves and get swatted on. Internal audit report. Let's see. It has been confirmed that operatives have recently infiltrated the organization. They look like people from some pseudo-religious group, but I don't know what their purpose is. As a result of grasping the circumstances, the infiltration has been carried out since the past, and it is assumed that there is a traitor inside the organization, as it seems to have easily penetrated our security net. If you see a suspicious person, ask the crew to report it to the top immediately. Right. Gospel of Aaron 2:7. The truth the heathen shall come in by stealing, carve their flesh. Purity shall be brought to corrupt shrines, a new temple prepared for the divine return. Oh dear. Right, so I need to move that chair somehow. And I can't access that door unless we get to the bottom of what the hell this code is. Unknown Researcher's Diary. Excuse me. March 22nd, 1983. So we have some here, although this is in the past rather than the text messages on that phone. How long has that phone been there? If it's still on, but it must be quite recent. We've encountered our first blood compass. It's said to be a tool for locating sacrifices with impure blood flowing through their veins. In vein. The compass has no reaction to normal people, but when it's used on sacrifice, they sink into a drowsy mental abyss. So why did I have such an indescribably odd sensation when I saw the compass? My colleagues clearly didn't have any such reaction. Could I? No. I must be imagining things. Must you now? Are we now? Bin, would you like to kick the trash can? Absolutely. And... what? Oh, we must be reading. What purpose was kicking the trash can for? No purpose. Oh, hold on. The note gives us a set of stuff to count. And the stuff that is shown here is the order in which the numbers go in. So, the number of chairs, followed up by the number of books, followed up by the number of tables, followed up by the number of sofas. Good. And I assume that's also including the ones which are within the trash can. You don't discard books, for goodness sakes. Like, the worst thing you could do to them is recycle them. But the best thing you could do is preserve them and keep them. Arya from Arya Story would behead you if you ever do something to a book that is tarnation, that's the one. Also, she wouldn't behead you. She would just give you a very thorough scorning with words. Right, isolation ward. Let's save. So, what we've got ourselves here is a conundrum. So, we're going to count chairs first. So, there's one chair. And then go down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 chairs? I think we're going to go with 9 chairs. And then next up are books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we need to look at tables. Tables. I think it's just the long tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9, 7, 6. And then lastly, we've got sofas. There are no sofas, unless they're beds. Ah, that's not correct. We need to find a invisible sofa in here somewheres. What is said code for this? Mouse, would you stop appearing in the middle of the screen? Right. What else is there to this? We'll just keep going at this. Right. Hey, okay, so there's 4 sofas in here. Where are the sofas in this room? Oh. These things are the sofas. They're not even sofas, but they're like longer versions of chairs. Okay, my bad. Let's see. There's a book here. What are they sitting on? I don't know. Are they sitting on chairs or what? My bad. That was not the game's fault at all. That was entirely mine. Chief Guard's room. Can we take this sword, please? I don't care if it's a fake one or a real one. I want to take it for my own survival. Human Evolution Report. Read the document. Project Homo Danus. Present day humans dominate the earth, but maybe someday it will visit again. Therefore, we should not only maintain a spiritual barrier in order to resist them, we must improve humanity one step further. Experiment methodology. Every day at 1500, which is 3 p.m, at 200 cc, the worst cc on Mario Kart. Actually, it's the best cc. DH235, increase pain once every 2 days. After each month, inject VM004 to strengthen the test subject's willpower in immediate attempt transformation. Dr. J. This feels kind of like a Purgatory 2 scenario in a way. So, you know, going to some sort of insane place. Let's see, test subject 1007 profile. Let's see, name. Ah, this is us! This is us! Name Stella, sex female, age 15. Notes, native-born orphan. We assume she was brought here by the orphanage to sabotage our institution. This is my profile. What on earth were they trying to do with this experiment? No idea. And I don't know why my voice just cracked there. I don't know why. But that is fine. Skulls on display. There's an empty slot in the middle. So that must mean we must insert something. We must insert a skull up there. I believe. Right, Warden's final message. Jace. Dr. Jace. This central laboratory is nothing but monsters at this point. The experiment seems to have ended in failure. We have to put an end to Dr. J's project. If these monsters escape, the world would fall into chaos. Sorry to the survivors, but we're locking down the central lab to contain the threat. It's a sacrifice that the personnel and I have to make to for our families. And for the rest of humanity as well. Right. Oh, it's a security camera. Security footage. Although you could see it on the other side of the monitor for some odd reason. Anything within there that we need to take note of? It just says warning. Nothing in there. Nothing at all. Oh dear. Okay, so there must be a purpose behind that. Like, later on there might be a figure that's going about that place and stuff like that. Can we take this sword though? Like, that would increase our chance of survival massively. Like if a zombie comes to us, take the top off. Like a haircut. Right. Let us now move forward. I think we're done with the boulders. I think so anyways. Oh god, there's a zombie there. Maybe I shouldn't be... can I... About the Great One Z. Read the documents, yes. Divine beings don't have any concept of good and evil. They only follow their own desires. There are those that want to rule the world, and those that ideal observe. They tend to exist in various forms, and there is a hierarchy among them. Great. Just fantastic. Okay. Just don't move anymore. I thought you was going to consume us. Mutant C1-7 experimental log. Read the document. Tests targeting adult test subjects generally ended poorly, and with them losing their minds. We hypothesize that fully developed adults aren't properly affected by DH235 and plan to target 10-month-old test subjects. Redacted. Test results: we've never observed such a high level of growth and achieved gigantism. The skin glowed purple during the growth process and strengthened several-fold. Their intelligence hasn't dropped to infantile, and aggression levels have strengthened. Through this case, we have made a breakthrough that the younger the target, the higher the medication's effectiveness. Henceforth, it is strongly recommended to reduce the age group of the test subject. I think there's a repeat there. Dr. J. This Dr. J sounds like an important individual within the story of this game. I don't know why, but there's been multiple mentions of said Dr. J. Stop right there. It's okay, I'm not one of them. Don't be scared. There's monsters wandering this facility. We need to get out as soon as possible. There's an elevator at the end of the hall. It can't take you to the ground level, but it does go up. Go take the elevator. Who are you and how are you so familiar with this place? I was a researcher of this facility, so I know this place like the back of my head. And somehow I do not trust you, bold man. Tell me, why was I brought here? Sorry, I can't tell you more than you're here because of some kind of experiment. Listen, kid, this is no place to be. You need to get to the elevator quickly. What about you? I guess I'll keep looking for more survivors. Finding people is the only way I can atone for my sins. Are you Dr. J by any chance? I don't trust you. Like, I don't trust people normally in survival horrors. There's usually a... what you would call it, a ulterior motive behind such endeavours. Although, I am curious to see if there is anybody within this hallway. Maybe... Okay, we're just going to keep following them then. Hold on, I haven't visited this way yet. Where do we... Ah, okay. I just went on ahead without realising. About the Great One. So there's multiple recordings about the Great One. We can't be sure what kind of beings the Divine would be. The only certain thing is that their plane of consciousness would be well beyond our own, and any human mind trying to comprehend it would be damaged to the point of implosion. There's no way for us to sustain enough damage to reach a similar level of consciousness. You could say the existence of those beings would be a catastrophe for humanity itself. We presume that there were divine beings that ruled the earth in the past, but we can't find any sign of them at present. We love to see it through the eyes of an inquiring scholar, but it would be a massive relief for humanity. Hopefully there will be a day when my quest is fulfilled. My quest is fulfilled. I'm gonna be going out. Okay, we've got ourselves a conundrum here. Have you gone away? Did you get bored of me? Okay, you did go away somewhere. Crematorium technician's message. Read the document. This experiment's gone off the rails. I never imagined such a lack of morals before entering the testing chamber. And any inquiry on the purpose of the experiments has been met with silence. For some odd reason I thought they said science there. No doubt about it, Dr. J, the devil incarnate. No human could possibly stomach those heinous acts. Perhaps her veneer of instructions has been compromised by a cult? Incinerator Operation Guide. Read the documents. Let's see. Incinerate humans for 2 hours at 800 to 1000 degrees centigrade. Incinerate mutants for more than 3 hours at 1500 plus degrees centigrade. Yes, just to make sure that they're dead. Humans, you know they're going to be dead because they like screaming after a while. Bones, you can't exactly just hide your pain, especially when you're in the heat of it. Okay, that's a bad part by me there. The incinerator is running. Turn it off. Yeah, we'll turn it off. And would you like to take the skull? Yes, please. Got the skull. Excellent. We've got ourselves a skull. I know where to put this skull. We do. The skull goes all the way up here. Place the skull on display? Yes, please. And oh, hello. Another theme has displayed. A button appeared. You know what? We won't press it for the time being. We'll save first and then we'll press it. Just in case it might be a ending divergence of sorts. May never know. Certain actions have certain rewards and certain consequences. So for the moment, we will most definitely push this button. And something happened there, like an earthquake. Something definitely happened. Well, hello. What's this here? Would you like to take the blooded... Why is it back here? It should have despawned after using it, but I guess it might be another person's ID card? I don't think so, actually. Guard's ID card. We used it earlier, though. What gives? It might be incredibly difficult to see, but look directly below the main character right now. You can see a really, really big blue smear at the bottom of the screen. No idea what that is. We'll be coming back to this game, folks, in the next time. It is really weird that the ID card spawned again after using it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll be seeing each other on the next time of Savior of the Abyss. I'm really liking this game so far. I really do dig it. It's kind of got a Lovecraftian vibe to it, with all the tentacles coming out and stuff like that. Like, I realise after a certain amount of time that the save points are tentacles spawning out of the ground, but those candles are a nice delight. What are they, claws? Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourselves.